I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whatever the case may be. Welcome to Cross Examinations Live. I'm your host, Mike S. Miller, and I am here with P Money. What's up, P Money? P Money! I knew I could. Oh no, look at my background. I need to like trim those at the bottom or something because they hit something on the bottom. They always fold up and it always kind of looks a little bit funky. What's up, Andrew? Lady Celtic Moon, Arlene. Everybody's rolling on in here now that the show has actually begun. Thank you very much. How's everybody doing this fine Friday before our Independence Day celebration begins, which will probably be on... It's on Sunday, right? It's on Sunday, but then like the holiday... The federal holiday is on Monday. Ah, well, whatever. What's up, everybody? Hold on. Somebody is sending me. So it's always like I start and then it's like, oh look, I'm getting a bunch of. I don't want to edit my profile. I want to turn off these notifications because they're annoying while I'm in the middle of... Where is it? Excessive voice and video text notification. There it is. All right. I don't know how my notifications keep coming back on. It's like I turn them off and then, no, I don't want desktop notifications. All right. Now, leave me alone. Go away. You know, using Darth Vader as the promoter of cross-examination seems risky to me. Why? What is the risk, P-Money? By the way, he's still on my desk. Hi, I'm a lone bear. I'm very lonely. Poor lone bear. It's because he dedicates his life to being a hero, and he doesn't want to hurt another young bear by getting involved in a relationship that can't last because he has to move from state to state, country to country. So who's not excited for Black Widow, says Andrew Hayes. I mean, excited. I don't know if excited is the right word. I'm looking forward to it. I want to see it. I don't know if it's going to be good or not. We'll have to find out. But yeah, I mean, it looks good for the most part, right? Are there some there's some great big arguments against it that I'm not paying attention to because I'm not really paying attention to those channels anymore? Someone tell me what the big criticism is of Black Widow. Congrats, Mike. Giving the bear that voice made it creepy.
Would you prefer if I talked like this? Hello, I am Lone Bear. I am from... shucks. I can't say I'm from Canada because I'm from Texas. Does that sound creepier or less so? Hey-oh!
I'm Kirby. All right, sorry. It just suffers from Marvel's lame villain problem. Taskmaster's not a lame villain. You don't like his design? I don't know. For some reason, I don't think that in the... I don't even know if that's what your problem is. But I feel like if they tried to make him look just like Taskmaster in the comics, it would end up looking like Skeletor in the He-Man live action movie. And I don't know that would work out all that well, if you know what I'm saying. But I haven't done in a while is go to christianheadlines.com to try to find a topic to make this like a topic du jour type of a story, type of a show. I do have a, what is this, Extremists on Facebook thing? All right, let me do that first, just real quick, because this isn't the only person I've seen this from, but my friend Well, I've met him a couple times. We're acquaintances. I'm sure if we got to know each other more, we'd be friends. But we are acquaintances. Reagan Lodge. He's been on. He's not been on my channel, but I've been on with him. I think I've been on with him on Doug's. Anyway, I hung out with him on Doug. He has been on my channel because he was on the. Remember when I had cigars with Doug? Reagan was there. And so because I have met him in real life, I befriended him on Facebook, and now because I am friends with him on Facebook, he posted this, and apparently Sargon of Akkad got one of these. I can't remember who else. I saw somebody else post this, but it's Facebook telling you extremists may try to manipulate your anger and disappointment. You may have been exposed to harmful extremist content recently. Get support from people who have been in this situation. Get confidential support. Hear stories from people who escaped violent groups and get advice from experts. So they've got like ex-BLM and ex-Antifa people who have escaped those violent groups at lifeafterhate.org. Now I kind of want to go to lifeafterhate.org. I did not do this beforehand, so bear with me if it's porn. Lifeafterhate.org. Let's see about compassion. Founded by former extremists. Again, gotta assume these are Antifa people or BLM. We are committed to helping people leave the violent far right. The violent far right? What violent far right? They must mean Islam. They must mean Islam, because I'm pretty sure Islam, for the most part, is violent and far right. Further to the right than any Christian denomination on planet Earth. Right? Or is it politically, somehow or another, even though all of their religious beliefs tend to be violently far right, as in throwing gays off of buildings? Because, in the Quran, you know what? There were not really buildings like the kind they throw gays off of now in the Middle East. But so in the Quran, they kind of have to get a little creative, because they're supposed to throw the gays off of cliffs. Climb up a mountain and throw the gay off the mountain. But, because they don't have that now, they just throw them off buildings. It's a matter of interpretation. It's a little more convenient, if you live in a place like Iran, Saudi Arabia, one of those places. I think they meant the tilt torch people. I don't even know what that is. What's a tilt torch person? I think they mean Scientology. Is Scientology far right? And is it violent? That's another question. Because we're talking about violent. Here, let's highlight this. Violent far right. So clearly, all of these people have left Islam. This must be an anti-Islamic. Should I click learn more? I kind of want tiki torch people. Oh, you mean socialists. The National Socialists. No. See, socialism is far left. I don't know if you know that. I'm pretty sure you do. You think these guys know that? Hold on. Because socialism is far left. You know what is not far left or far right or even middle of the road or anything? Oh, I got something stuck between my teeth. Racism. Yes, racism, ladies and gentlemen. You could be any political persuasion, any self-righteous douche nozzle, and be a racist. So clearly that has nothing to do with it. So you have to take the National Socialists at their word and say that, look, if you want to walk around being a National Socialist, you're going to have to accept that you are on the far left of the spectrum. So clearly that can't be the problem. I really want to click learn more. Who we are. Our mission. Life After Hate is committed to helping people leave the violent far right. Once again, just say Islam. It's fine. You can say Islam. To connect with humanity and lead compassionate lives by turning your hatred towards the far right, or even the middle of the road right, or even moderates who just don't want to align with everything you do. Our vision is a world that allows people to change and contribute to society without violence. That's such a wonderful, noble cause. Our team. It was these principles that guided us away from lives of hate and that drive us to help individuals exit hate groups today and to support those who have already left. It's nice to see a nice ex-Muslim community like this grow. Very nice. Our programs. Our primary goal is to interrupt violence committed in the name of ideological or religious beliefs. Wow, definitely nailing it on the Islam thing. We do this through education, interventions, and academic research and outreach. I'd like to see one of the videos of the interventions, please. Do you have those on your? Are these these are not links. These go nowhere. What? Our history. Since our founding in 2011, our reach has grown to include thousands of people across the globe who support our mission. All right, let's see. Life After Hate, Mission Impact, Programs, Press, Peacemakers. I want to click on the Peacemakers. Andrew asks, anarchy is on which side of the political spectrum? I believe anarchy is far right. I think it's as far right as you can go if you're talking about governmental far right and left, right? It's certainly not religious far right. Although technically, if you wanted to be a religious anarchist, I don't know if that works. I mean, it depends on your religion, I guess. I don't know. That would require some thinking on that one, Andrew. All right. Since 2011, Life After Hate has been at the forefront of the national strategy to interrupt violence committed in the name of ideological and religious beliefs. Again, Islam. Can only be mean Islam. We do this through interventions of men and women looking to leave hate groups and through academic research, outreach, and education. That's why we are so excited to share updates of our work through our quarterly newsletter, Peacemakers. Sign here to sign up. When former extremists go public. I really want to read one of these people's stories. Are these? Oh, these are stories. Oh, wait. Is this the newsletter? It's the newsletter. Should I? Shall I? I should. All right. Dear friend, welcome to the first issue of the Life After Hate newsletter. As we're putting it together, I was continually reminded of the power of forgiveness. While every individual story about transformation is unique, and all our narratives hold in common one truth. Oh, this is highlightable. As compassion grows, so does the possibility for change. The newsletter is dedicated to the idea and to sharing resources and updates on our work countering hate and racism. I'm all down for that. I'm with you so far. Central to this effort is #IForgive campaign for the upcoming season of giving. Each year, more than 250,000 people in the United States are victims of hate crimes. More than half go unreported. So, is it 125,000 reported, or is it 500,000 unreported? I can think of no way better to. Can't you just say no better way? No way better to counter this swell of hate and intolerance than through compassion and forgiveness. Sammy Rangel. Whoa, that dude lost his eye in the fight for brotherliness. Sorry, I hope you guys don't find me a traitor, but I get my second dose. We pray for you, P-Money. We pray for you. What does Michael Malice consider himself to be? An atheistic anarchist? I don't know. My exposure to Michael Malice has been limited almost exclusively to his interviews on Tim Pool. By the way, y'all can like and share. I can no longer share to Twitter as I have abandoned the site. I do have a secondary Twitter account, but I don't follow hardly anybody on it, and I'm not asking people to follow me there, and because I don't want to. The whole thing about Twitter is the time suck. So if I don't have anyone interesting to read, well, it's not just the time suck. It's the time suck, and it's just look. It's Twitter is a group of people I have no interest in interacting with. Not all of them, obviously, but it is what it is. It's so I can travel on a plane in August without having to isolate for 2 weeks when I get back. Wow, can't you just get a document that says you were stuck with a needle? I mean, doesn't that happen? Doesn't that work? Okay. Thomas Engelman, 35, was a lifelong member of the Aryan Brotherhood of Mississippi. I want to see what the Aryan Brotherhood of Mississippi believes. Aryan, wait, dang it! I just searched for this. Does that mean I'm on the FBI watch list now? Mississippi Aryan Brotherhood, ADL. The Mississippi Aryan Brotherhood is a large racist prison gang based in the Mississippi State prison system. Oh, this is the American Defense League. Now I'm curious. Despite the similarity of its name, it has no connection to the original Aryan Brotherhood based in California and the federal prison systems. The logo of the Mississippi Aryan Brotherhood consists of a highly stylized rendition of a combined A and B. It just makes it look like an R, people. Come on. You know what the R stands for. Right now. And many people confuse it with the letters P or R. Typically, SS bolts appear with the A, B, and a swastika next to it. Also, part of the symbol is the number 13, standing for M, or Mississippi, and one or more other numbers which can vary. All right, so it's a prison gang. So clearly, he's been in a little trouble himself. Yes, he just outed himself as a violent offender. That's why. I kind of want to read the whole thing and find out what happened to his eyeball. But wait. How do you handle moments of self-doubt? I remember how content I am in my life today before fully breaking away and getting clean. My life was nothing but constant chaos, and my newfound peace was what kept me going. At the rate I was going, I would have ended up in prison doing a life sentence. So, violent. I mean, look. Okay, I got no problem with this guy getting out of that. What I have a problem with extremists are trying to manipulate your anger and disappointment. What is this? What is this on Facebook? It is such crap. I know. I should get one too, right? I mean, I hang out with people on the far right. I don't know how violent they are. Actually, I know how violent some of them are. But that's not from being on the far right. That's from... Actually, you know what? That was high school. Never mind. I don't want to out anybody and how violent they may or may not have been. Anyways, let me know if you guys have bumped into this. If you're watching later, let me know in the comment section if you know anybody else who's gotten this, and see if they got any reason from Facebook why they got it. Woke Gestapo Nazi police, Ingsoc. Yeah, of course, Ingsoc. First time. Yeah, so I'm not getting a lot of information. It's they don't do this obviously with actual violent extremist groups like Antifa, like Black Lives Matter, like Islam, right? They just do it so that they can try to push this baloney narrative that all of the violence in America is being caused by right-wing extremists. It's absolute freaking lies and lies and lies. It's crazy. It's crazy. Don't let him fool you. He lost that eye in a game of lawn darts. Fair enough. Facebook has been getting a bit creepy lately. Yeah, I mean they're full on turning into Ingsoc. We have to. I don't know that it's ever going to happen, but somebody has to put a kibosh on this 230 crap. So, anyways, this is what was depressing me. Like, I went to Christian Headlines, and it's like, headline 1, First Baptist Dallas has Freedom Sunday. Oh, actually, that's not a bad one. Highlighting Americans Christians Foundation. All right, that's a positive. We'll count the positives to negatives. 2, Bishop of Liverpool, Church of England should bless same-sex unions by adopting a gender-neutral marriage canon. I'm going to put that on the left. White House press secretary faces backlash for failing to answer if President Biden views an unborn baby as a human. All right. The fact that she wouldn't answer, I'm going to put that on the negative. The fact that she's facing backlash, I'd almost put on a positive. U.S. to add third gender on U.S. passports for non-binary Americans. It's a war on common sense. I'm going to put that over on the left. Iowa can block Planned Parenthood's sex ed programs in public schools. Court rules. Hey, we got another one on the right. Meghan McCain is leaving The View. Is that a positive or a negative? P-Money says he's given up on Facebook. I haven't given up on Facebook for the simple fact that it's just friends and family and people I've met in real life. So it's just a communications device for me. Meghan McCain leaving The View. Positive or negative? What do you guys think? I need to know. I need to know. Yeah, Flying Sauce was like, First of all, I don't watch The View, so I don't care. Second of all, I don't like Meghan McCain. But it's not like I want her to lose her job. I don't think she's losing her job. I think she's just quitting, right? I don't know. I didn't read the article because I don't care. The View disappearing would be a positive. Very true, Arlene. Very true. I'm just going to not vote on that one. All right. Muslim father in Uganda beats poisons daughter for turning to Christ. Definitely a bad one. Poll: more than 25% of churchgoers do not plan to return to in-person services. 5. Mark Rich, diagnosed with Parkinson's, remains hopeful. It's a momentary compared to the future glory in heaven. Well, I mean, I appreciate the faith. That's a positive. But ultimately, Parkinson's. I'm going to go negative. So I'm coming back around. Catholic Bishop of Syracuse decries doctrine of discovery. Doctrine of discovery. Okay, no, I don't. I'm up in the air on that one because I have no idea what the doctrine of discovery is. So we'll just skip that one. Anthony Fauci named 2021 Humanist of the Year. for being partially responsible for the decimation of okay, things I can't say because YouTube will be like, that's fake news, you're gonna have to take that down, we're gonna strike your channel, bye. I'm gonna give that a negative anyways. All right, so we got 2 on one hand, we got 7 on the other. 84% of white evangelicals backed Trump in 2020, an increase from 2016, Pew says. Any increase in support for Trump is a positive on my hand. Nearly 90 teens and adults at Christian camp test positive for 90 at Christian camp. Is it like a particular Christian camp? Or is it like at all the Christian camps? I'm going to say that's a negative. UK Methodist Church votes to allow same-sex marriage. Negative. Supreme Court California can't force Christian groups, charities to disclose donor names. Positive. That's freedom. Freedom! U.S. Olympic hammer thrower Gwen Berry explains why she turned her back during the national anthem. Negative. All right, so we're going to go 4 to 10. Oh, look. No, I didn't scroll down to positive headlines. I don't even know what to do anymore. It's a sad, mad world. And here, let's just do this instead. What say ye? Let's get to the Bible. Let's see what you guys had to say. Hey, there's 6 of us. I haven't given up on Pravda yet. It's just a communications device. Nah, bro. I want to communicate. Pick up the phone. Nah, it's not Pravda. I mean, I wouldn't say it's Pravda. It's not like Pravda's more like CNN. I'm not watching CNN. So Facebook feels it needs to edit our personal communications with friends and family we know. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how that popped up or why or what. I know it was him. I saw somebody else I can't remember, and it was Carl Benjamin or Sargon of Akkad. So we'll see if I end up getting one. That'll be fun. See, MSNBC and CNN going out of business would be a plus. Amen. Bible time is here. Let's do it. 2 Samuel chapter 19. I prayed up before we started the stream, so I don't need to interrupt the reading now. Let's do it. And it came to pass. Should I do it as the big blue ball? Let's do it as big blue ball. Hello, everyone. Are you ready for 2 Samuel chapter 13? Big blue ball. And it came to pass after this that Absalom, the son of David, had a fair sister whose name was Tamar. Tamar. And Amnon, the son of David, loved her. And Amnon was so vexed that he felt sick for his sister Tamar, for she was a virgin, and Amnon thought it hard for him to do anything to her. Well, duh. But Amnon had a friend. Not a good friend, but a friend. His name was Jonadab, the son of Shemaiah, David's brother. His name was Jonadab, the son of David's brother. So, I mean, it's his cousin. Do they not use the cousin word? I guess they don't, huh? They never say that. I don't think the word cousin is even in cousin. Ah, there is. It's one time in Luke. Thy cousin Elizabeth. Elizabeth. Right. Interesting that they wouldn't use it there. Maybe it's a Greek term and not a Hebrew term, so they didn't have a word for it in Hebrew. And Jonadab was a very subtle man. And he said unto him, Why art thou, being the king's son, lean from day to day? Wilt thou not tell me? And Amnon said unto him, I love Tamar, my brother Absalom's sister, which is also your sister, you creep. All right, back. Anyways. And Jonadab said unto him, Lay thee down on thy bed, and make thyself sick. And when thy father cometh to see thee, say unto him, I pray thee, let my sister Tamar come and give me meat, and dress the meat in my sight, that I may see it and eat it at her hand. So Amnon lay down and made himself sick, and when the king was come to see him, Amnon said to the king, I pray thee, let Tamar my sister come and make me a couple of cakes in my sight, that I may eat at her hand. Then David, thinking nothing was wrong with this because, their brother and sister, sent home to Tamar, saying, Now go to thy brother Amnon's house, and dress him meat. So Tamar went to her brother Amnon's house, and he was laid down, and she took flour and kneaded it, and made cakes in his sight, and did bake the cakes. And she took a pan and poured them out before him, but he refused to eat. And Amnon said, Have out all men from me. And they went out, every man from him. And Amnon said unto Tamar, Bring the meat into the chamber, that I may eat of thine hand. And Tamar took the cakes which she had made, and brought them into the chamber to Amnon, her brother. I like that it makes a fine point. And when she had brought them unto him to eat, he took hold of her, and said unto her, Come, lie with me, my sister. And she answered him, Nay, my brother, do not force me, for no such thing ought to be done in Israel. Do not thou this folly. And I, whither shall I cause my shame to go? And as for thee, thou shalt not be as one of the fools in Israel. Oh, thou shalt be as one of the fools in Israel. Therefore, I pray thee, speak unto the king, for he will not withhold me from thee, meaning in marriage. Because, that's weird, but all right. I mean, this was past the point in Scripture where Moses put the law against, brothers marrying sisters, right? This is a while after that, actually. So, howbeit, he would not hearken unto her voice, but being stronger than she, forced and lay with her. Then Amnon hated her exceedingly, so that the hatred wherewith he hated her was greater than the love wherewith he had loved her. And Amnon said unto her, Arise, be gone. And she said unto him, Whoa, there is no cause. This evil in sending me away is greater than that other thou didst unto me. But he would not hearken unto her. And then he called his servant that ministered unto him, and said, Put now this woman out from me, and bolt the door after her. And she had a garment of divers colors upon her, for with such robes were the king's daughters that were virgins apparelled. Then his servant brought her out, and bolted the door after her. And Tamar put ashes on her head, and rent her garment of divers colors that was on her, and laid her hand on her head, and went on crying. And Absalom her brother said unto her, Hath Amnon thy brother been with thee? But hold now thy peace, my sister, he is thy brother, regard not this thing. So Tamar remained desolate in her brother Absalom's house. But when King David heard of all these things, he was very wroth. And Absalom spake unto his brother Amnon neither good nor bad. For Absalom hated Amnon because he had forced his sister Tamar. Well, obviously. And it came to pass after 2 full years. Wow, the patience of this guy. This guy was planning. This was some premeditation. that Absalom had sheep shearers in Baal-Hazor, which is beside Ephraim. And Absalom invited all the king's sons, and Absalom came to the king and said, Behold now, thy servant hath sheep shearers. Let the king, I beseech thee, and his servants go with thy servant. And the king said to Absalom, Nay, my son, let us not all now go, lest we be chargeable unto thee. And he pressed him, howbeit he would not go, but blessed him. Then said Absalom, If not, I pray thee, let my brother Amnon go with us. And the king said unto him, Why should he go with thee? But Absalom pressed him, that he let Amnon and all the king's sons go with him. Now Absalom had commanded his servants, saying, Mark ye now, when Amnon's heart is merry with wine, and when I say unto you, Smite Amnon, then kill him. Fear not, have I not commanded you? Be courageous and be valiant. And, murder this dude. Courage, valiance, murder that dude. And the servants of Absalom did unto Amnon as Absalom had commanded. Then all the king's sons arose, and every man gat him up on his mule and fled. And it came to pass, while they were in the way, that tidings came to David, saying, Absalom hath slain all the king's sons, and there is not one of them left. All right, keep in mind, as soon as this happened, all the sons got on their mules and hauled butt out of there. I assume some of them would have gone to David, right? And making that assumption, that means that the messenger that came with this lie was sent preemptively before the murder. Then the king arose and tare at his garments and lay on the earth, and all his servants stood by with their clothes rent. And Jonadab, the son of Shimea, David's brother, answered and said, Let not my lord suppose that they have slain all the young men, the king's sons, for Amnon only is dead. This is Amnon's friend, right? At the beginning, Jonadab. Yeah, it's Jonadab. Jonadab. So Jonadab got there first. He must have been at the thing and hauled butt with everybody else and then got there first. For Amnon only is dead, for by the appointment of Absalom hath this been determined from the day that I convinced him to force his sister Tamar. He left that part out because, Jonadab sounds a little like mini Joab. Now therefore let not my lord the king take the thing to his heart. I think that all the king's sons are dead, for Amnon only is dead. But Absalom fled. And the young man that kept the watch lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, there came much people by the way of the hillside behind him. Wait a minute. And Jonadab said unto the king, Behold, the king's sons come, as thy servant said, so it is. How does Jonadab, if Jonadab wasn't there, or if he was there and left early, how did he know? No, he had to be there. How did Jonadab know what happened? This is interesting. Andrew says, all this was to fill the word of the Lord that was given to David because of what he did to Uriah the Hittite. Yep. In the grand scheme of things, yes. And it came to pass as soon as he had made an end of speaking that, behold, the king's sons came and lifted up their voice and wept, and the king also and all his servants wept very sore. But Absalom fled and went to Talmai, the son of Ammihud, the king of Geshur, and David mourned for his son every day. So Absalom fled and went to Geshur and was there 3 years. And the soul of King David longed to go forth unto Absalom, for he was comforted concerning Amnon, seeing he was dead. The soul of King David longed to go forth unto Absalom, for he was comforted concerning Amnon, seeing he was dead. I really need to, let's see. Chapter 13, verse 39. Let's read that in another. Oops. See that in King James, NIV, English Standard Version. Oops, Chronicles. What the heck? Samuel 13. Wait, what am I in? 13? Oh, 2 Samuel. Ah! 39. And the spirit of the king longed to go out to Absalom because he was comforted about Amnon since he was dead. Because he was comforted about Amnon since he was dead. Does that just mean that like it's been 3 years, his grief has passed, and he misses his other son? Maybe that's what it is. I think that's probably case. Hello, everyone. The Big Blue Ball is here. Do you have any questions, comments, queries? Which is the same as question. Of course, it ends up being rape, and Absalom ends up killing the guy for raping his sister. Oh, yeah. Of course. Big Blue Ball. Yep, cousin's doing it. But they're cousins, identical cousins. I've been slacking. You're all the way in 2 Kings. Well, I've listened way beyond this, but this is for the Bible study. So, did Doug lose another channel this week? I have not a clue. Did he? Does anyone know? Anyone? What time is story time tonight? Do you know? Hey, are you getting bored? You're asking what time some other channel is doing nothing. I know what story time is. King David knew what Amnon did to Tamar. Word traveled fast, and Absalom waited 2 years for his revenge. Yeah, he knew. I mean, it was in this what I just read that David was wroth. And David was wroth. Where was it? Yeah, when King David heard of all these things, he was very wroth. The interesting thing is that right off the bat, Absalom was plotting and held back his rage. In the next verse, it says, Absalom spake unto his brother Amnon, neither good nor bad. He was aloof to his brother who had just raped his sister. Their sister. Because he had forced his sister. Whew, that's cold, man. That's cold, meticulous planning when you're like... So, but between the rape and the end of the chapter is 5 years time. 2 years for the murder, 3 years after that. Ooh, that's a long time to wait. All right. I don't know. You guys got any questions besides whether or not Doug lost his channel? Because I'm gonna wrap this up a little bit early tonight. Oh, I've been having trouble sleeping, and I am finally getting sleepy. Well, I'm glad my monotonous voice is making you sleepy, Lady Celtic. I appreciate it. Thank you so very much. Anyways, I got work to do. Working on BitBoy page 19. You want to see spoilers? Little inky dinky doing right here. Working on that today, and I have to take the kids to. Oh, actually, just Micah. Micah's the only one in junior high group now. Got to take Micah to junior high group tonight. I said to bring some clothes he can get wet, so I'm sort of assuming. Anyways, because all that, at least you're good for something. You're stabbing me right in the heart, lady. Right in the heart. Right. That's not very nice at all. You're hurting Daddy's feelings. Anyways, I'm going to get going. You're right about this being a good Game of Thrones show. Oh, you mean the Bible? Yeah. All right, I'm going to go. Thank you guys for being here. God blesses everyone. And we'll see you on the next exciting episode of Cross Examinations. Peace.